Are you the proud owner of a UCS Super Star Destroyer?
Why, yes, I am.
Well, do you like it?
Of course.
But don't you think it can make life a little too complicated? Like it's just a little too long. A little too bulky. And just too damn expensive.
Well, now that you think about it.
Well, does LEGO have the solution for you with the new mid-scale Super Star Destroyer, now coming in 1/3 the size of the original UCS Super Star Destroyer. And for just 4 easy payments of $17.50, you too can own this tasteful and convenient version of the Super Star Destroyer. No longer will walking be a hassle. Both hands are free to do just what you need. And you can even put it in your pocket. Let's hear what this happy customer has to say.
Wow. The new mid-scale LEGO Super Star Destroyer is amazing and life-changing. Thank you for the convenience, LEGO.
Make sure to get yours today.
And here she is, 75356, the Executor Super Star Destroyer, straight from episode 6 and 5, where it met its demise. And Return of the Jedi, this was released on May 4th for the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary lineup. I wasn't able to get it because the website went down while I was shopping, and it was in my cart. And I was pushing the button to purchase, and it crashed, and I sat there for 2 hours, and I did not get it. So it's been out of stock since, and every now and then I don't have the money to get it, but I finally grabbed it for VIP weekend, and now I have it. So $70 for 630 pieces, so you can tell by the size of it, it does not look like a $70 piece of Lego. Instead, it looks more like a $35 to $40, but all, gripes aside from that, it's a mid-scale, almost the same scale as the Nebulon B frigate, or Nebula B frigates from the 2020 Comic-Con exclusive, if I remember that correctly, which also was scalped to hell, and now is like 130 or 120 per piece. Maybe it's higher last time I checked. I have that one as well, but I never built it. It's still in the box. I just like to keep it in there because it's a Comic-Con exclusive. Not that it's really special or anything, but I just really enjoy having it. But this is my first mid-scale that I built, not that I own, and not my first Super Star Destroyer. This is actually my second one. I do own the Ultimate Collector Series version, and we'll talk more about the two of these a little bit later. But yes, as you can tell, first impressions, it is just a wonderful blob of blue and dark blue and light bluish gray pieces, but done wonderfully well for the mid-scale build. That being said, let's dig into this bad boy. Okay, so wonderfully, LEGO was able to capture this wonderful dagger-like shape of the Super Star Destroyer. Not their first foray, and they have made a lot of Star Destroyers in their lifetime, but this one just really takes the cake for mini-scale especially. I think they did a fantastic job. You can complain about the open studs. I don't like this gap here, but besides that, I think the set overall is just a nice, wonderful representation of the Super Star Destroyer. You have the city on the top. You have the translucent blues that you can probably pick up few spots here to represent the lights in the city. You have some gribbling, which kind of displays more of the scale of the actual city. You have the actual Star Destroyers on the side, which are scaled down too to show off the bigger size of the actual Super Star Destroyer. And you have the 13, let's believe it's 13 engines on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, look at that, 13. Which are probably the biggest pain in the ass because if you hold this incorrectly, they do fall off a lot. Not really a big fan of those, but pretty decent all to say. But yes, presentation-wise, this set is pretty dope. I like it a lot. That being said, let's get into the building process and to the inside of it because it has some secrets deep within. Okay, once you take off one of the cross-sectional sides here, you can look more in detail with the actual build itself. It's very similar, and I'm going to save this right here. For those who have the Ultimate Collector Series Super Star Destroyer, in my honest opinion, this build is just retreading on familiar waters when scaled down. I recently built that set about a year and a half ago, so going through this again was pretty much just having flashbacks, deja vu all over the place, and I was just like, oh yeah, I remember building this. It's kind of the same setup, kind of the same design. But I'll give you this. I am happy that it decided to stay away from too many bluish, dark bluish gray, light bluish gray pieces. You do have to break that up. You do have some wonderful lime green, some yellows, some blue, and some wonderful reds in there as well for the base bottom. And you have those translucent blues still to come off with the light side. Not a lot of gribbling. You do lose a lot of the repetition build that kind of comes with the Super Star Destroyer. For those who haven't built it, it's very repetitive because a lot of detail. The city and the siding, the gribbling work takes a minute and it just kind of bears down on you. But wonderfully. They kind of stray away from this because it's mid-scale and it's not that much detail as that one does. But as you can tell, it is held together here with some angle plates. So you have that wonderful Super Star Destroyer dagger look. It comes off in that beautiful angle. And the inside you have the city, which is done with the gribbling work on the middle. And right here, we have a wonderful little Easter egg. The Easter egg I'm talking, of course, of is you have Darth Vader here, and we have his row of bounty hunters off to find Han Solo and the Millennium Falcon, which I think is wonderful because the original Ultimate Collector series also had the same thing with a few of the bounty hunters from that set, which is really cool, and you can reenact it with that. But we have Darth Vader here, and then the other ones lined up, which I'm guessing that's Bosk, which I really like that. I enjoy that he's right there, and Dengar, I guess, is right next to him with the white and brown. Obviously not to scale. It is 1x1 studs that do that. I mean, it would be a lot smaller if it was scale, but I think it's pretty dope all together. And we have a wonderful miniature version of a Star Destroyer, which is done fantastically. I love it. It kind of reminds me of Millennium Falcon if you just added another piece right here. But I think it would do wonderful wonders for anybody that likes this kind of scale stuff. And I think it really does put the thing in perspective to how actual big the Super Star Destroyer is, especially when you have a mid-scale version of it. All right, let's put this thing back together and we'll talk a little bit more about it. And to hold this set into place, we have a wonderful display counter right here, which holds it up on its stand. It's actually very sturdy. I don't feel like it will fall off. It can swoosh if you want to, and it makes a nice little placement on your desk. Can, not all completely down, so you can move it around. And you have this wonderful 40th anniversary plaque right here, which is a printed piece. And you have the executor here, which is also a printed piece. No stickers in this set, thank God. The only downside is that you can put this on the display stand, but there's no real way to do it. You have to take off one of these grill pieces here, which are done in that wonderful chrome color, and you can put it right there for display. But now I have a chrome grill that I don't know what to do with, so I kind of wish they fixed that out. If anything, what I like to do is take this off, put this over here, and put this on just like that. Looks stupid, but it keeps everything together just the way it should be. All right. Final thoughts about this wonderful thing. And that pretty much wraps up our review for the Executor Super Star Destroyer 75356 from the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, your lovely mid-scale version of this beloved ship. Yes, if you do not have the Ultimate Collector Series or been thinking about getting Ultimate Collector Series but do not feel like selling a kidney for it, because that thing is about $2,000 brand new, $900 in a decent used shape if you can find one, then if you don't have the space for it or the budget, buy this, please. This will take its spot in your collection just wonderfully. I actually really enjoyed this as much as I do the other one, so it's interchangeable at this point. But that being said, $70 ain't bad for what you get in here. It's a nice mid-scale, and I think it's perfect for anybody's Star Wars Lego collection, especially if you're a fan of the original trilogy and just the Super Star Destroyer all together. All right, well, that's it for this set. I'm Scott. Those were the bricks. And that was a review. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the likes. And thank you for all the comments as well. If you can go ahead and like this video, then I'd be mighty appreciative of that. And if you subscribe, I love that even more. Thank you for all of your support. And as always, thanks. Until next time.